Welcome folks, I am Jaby, Koay, joined by ACHARA, KIRK.
Hi guys!
We are looking at the Swamp Thing trailer from DC, their YouTube channel. This is going to be exciting and scary, just as a heads up to you.
Oh.
Here we go.
Uh-oh. Oh no. Cool.
There's a situation back in the States.
Where? You're kidding.
She's pretty.
Yeah.
Has it been since you were home?
A while.
We don't know what this is yet. The hospital is on it 24/7, and the CDC.
My name is Dr. Abby Kane. My team is here to find the source of this disease.
You saw a body. Dealt with anything like that before?
Who are you again?
Holland.
Alcon was investigating illegal dumping on the swamp.
Hello?
Dr. Jason Woodruff.
CDC's in town. There's no way that my accelerant is responsible.
There's
A lot.
this poison coming off the swamp.
You should be dead! There's been a shift in the balance of the light and the dark. Something's out there.
We're
What
dealing
the?
with something beyond the known scope of science.
I need it alive to study.
There's all kinds of awful that happens in this swamp.
There's something special about this place.
There's so much unimaginable beauty out there, Abby.
The swamp had enough. This is payback.
Oh.
Wow. That is crazy.
That looks really, really good.
That is crazy. There has never been a doctor that beautiful in real life.
I was thinking that. I'm like, wow, she must be some sort of child prodigy because not only is she gorgeous, also super young, comes in with a bunch of confidence like, hi, I'm Dr. So-and-so. I'm
Right.
like, excuse me, who are you?
Right. The only doctors that are that beautiful go become YouTubers and attack shows that do doctoring wrong.
Right, yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
There's a career for you.
I've watched those things. You have too. You know what I'm talking about. Anyway, that was quite frightening. I don't get, weirded out or wigged out from horror trailers very often. That one actually got under my skin just a little bit, and that's a lot for me.
I think it's an interesting angle that they're doing on this because it's kind of got that outbreak feel, which kind of grounds it in reality a little bit more, but then there's also the magic and supernatural feel as well. So it's this kind of mishmash of different worlds, different genres, which I like.
They showed the Swamp Thing for a hot second there, and he looked quite frightening.
Yeah.
That was That's good. I mean, what's great about this is they're employing that old school horror kind of thing where it's treated like a low budget thing where everything is enshrouded in shadows, and so you don't get a full glimpse at the whole thing. It's like constantly kind of, oh, I think I saw it,
Yeah.
sort of thing. That's the best way to do horror, in my opinion, because it's what you don't see that freaks you out.
Yeah.
You know what's happening off camera, the sounds. You really go to town on the sound design to enhance the atmosphere, and you show the
Yes.
monster as little as possible, only as much as necessary to freak the audience out. At least that's what's being indicated here from the commercials. You're mostly seeing like the aftermath and the investigation, and then when the monster comes out, it's very fast and very quick. And I like that style because that's truly frightening as opposed to constantly there in your face.
Yeah.
You know?
I think DC's coming out with some really interesting shows right now. You've got Doom Patrol and now you've got Swamp Thing. And honestly, when you first told me, hey, we need to check out Swamp Thing, I was like, Yeah, I mean, how good can it be? Because it just, I don't know an awful lot about Swamp Thing,
Right.
and it sounds super cheesy and schlocky to me. And I thought that this might be kind of the direction that they were going, but I was so pleasantly surprised at how the whole thing was handled.
And Crystal Reed is beautiful.
Yeah,
Like,
my God.
It's distracting. It's intensely distracting how pretty she is. It's almost a negative to the show because I'm like, I can't focus on the story. I'm not even scared. I'm just having hot flashes.
Isn't it so weird, though, that as a society, as soon as we see a beautiful woman like that, we're instantly like, yeah, well, you can't be a doctor. You can't be this thing.
Oh,
'cause
I've met
so gorgeous.
I've met doctors
you know what I mean?
I've met doctors who are very pretty, but they weren't doctors. They were like regular doctors. They were like, it was a foot doctor, you know?
Like a dermatologist.
And I asked her out, and she had a boyfriend, but she was flattered at the fact that I asked her out.
Oh.
So that happened. I'm not holding on to that memory at all. But I mean, I have seen attractive doctors. They're not. They obviously exist. They're in the wild. If you look hard enough, they're like Pokemon. But she looks rather young. But
Yeah.
I don't care. I'll watch her do anything. Hunt the Swamp Thing. That's fine.
I almost feel like they have to address that right away when they start the show. Like, something has to happen where someone's like, aren't you a bit young to be a doctor? And she's like, well, actually, I went to college when I was 12 years old and I got my doctorate at 21. So, no, why don't you shut the F up
Oh, like she's
and
a
let me do
Doogie
my
Howser?
job? Yeah.
Okay.
I almost feel like,
I'd buy it if she's a Doogie Howser.
yeah, totally.
Like
Because
a-
she looks like a teenager.
Yeah, like a really hot female, super attractive model-esque Doogie Howser.
Yeah.
Belongs on the cover of like Maxim, that kind of Doogie Howser.
Yes.
Totally into that.
It's like not the real Doogie Howser.
Exactly. I'm into this.
Yeah, no, it looks so cool. There's so many things that they're doing that are so interesting.
Hey, Leonardo Nam's in this.
Oh, nice.
We did a sketch with Leonardo Nam. He is an awesome dude because I'll try to like find the link and share it here in the description below. But like we did a whole thing with him and he was one of the nicest guys. And I didn't actually know who he was when we met him. And I wanted to make a joke around that. And he's like, that sounds awesome. Let's do it.
I hear Leonardo Nam's gonna be here.
Who's that?
Leonardo Nam has been in many movies.
Leonardo Lam?
Who's that?
Nam.
Nam.
N.
What?
And so he's the best sport in the world. He was in, what's that HBO show?
Westworld.
Westworld. He had a very big recurring role there if you guys don't know who he is already. And so, yeah, shout out to him. He's awesome. Really like the guy a lot. I wanted to talk about the other actors in here. Will Patton, he's been around a really long time. I remember him as far back as like Armageddon and even before that. But in Armageddon, he played the dad who was supposed to stay away from his kid, but he's like trying to make up for being a bad dad.
Yeah,
you know?
that's right,
Left the toy on his on the front porch of his wife's house. That guy, I like him a lot. Every time he shows up, he's, his level of commitment's just awesome. Really, really good choice for this kind of thing, I think.
CDC's in town. There's something special about this place.
And you've got Jennifer Beals, classic 80s actress from Flashdance. Very cool.
There you go.
Yeah.
Getting everybody.
Yeah.
Including Crystal Reed. Going back to what you were saying earlier, I do think it's really cool that they're approaching this like an outbreak scenario, like some kind of thing where it's a virus that's like harming everybody. And some of the imagery in there, it's like the aftermath, like I mentioned it earlier.
This is payback! You saw the body. Dealt with anything like that before?
Where you see the guy who's like, it's through his mouth. It's just like the most horrific looking thing.
Yeah.
It says a lot in that image alone. You don't have to do much. You just see that, you're like, oh, wow, like what the hell did that? And it makes you ask so many questions. I also appreciate the cinematography, or the cinematography in combination with the color work in the post-production department. The way they made that look, it's got this kind of, not dreary, but this dark feeling.
Yeah.
It's got like blue overtones.
Yeah, it's almost like desaturated.
Yes.
But not at the same time because it's bumped up with the contrast as well, I
Right.
guess.
It's very unsettling to look
Yeah.
at. So just from the color alone, yeah.
You get this sense that it's kind of a homecoming for this doctor.
Right.
Because she has to come back to this place that maybe she's tried to leave.
Right.
Classic.
I would have a homecoming for Crystal Reed every day, if we lived together.
Welcome home, Crystal.
Yes. It'd be a celebration every day, every day, every day. So, you guys, thanks so much for hanging out with us. Do let us know your thoughts on Crystal Reed and Swamp Thing in the comments below, and your thoughts on our thoughts. And let us know if you've watched Doom Patrol. How are you feeling about that?
Yeah.
Especially in contrast with this, because the tone is very different. And ACHARA KIRK, Jaby, Koay, both on the social media, waiting for you to hang out with us, follow us there, if you'd be so kind, and rewind. Also, check out our other reactions, reviews, short films, vlogs, interviews. I am Jaby, Koay. This is
ACHARA KIRK.
Peace out.